Okay, so we don't know what episode, but it's gonna be the
Not yet.
one where we are so hungry. Why are we so hungry? So Maggie, why are you so hungry all the time? Why am I so hungry all the time?
Heck if I know, Penny. All I know is I got up this whole week. I've been wanting to eat everything,
Hmm.
and I can't get enough. Sometimes I feel like a bottomless pit. Like no matter what I eat, I want more. And it doesn't happen all the time though. But this week, and I hate it because nothing's satisfying.
Oh no.
What about you?
Um,
What are your reasons for snacking so much?
Usually I snack more when I'm bored, like especially in the winter. There's nothing to do
Yeah.
outside. You're just home. Maybe when I'm stressed. Yeah, that's pretty much. I
For,
mean, that's lots of times too.
for
So that's plenty of time to be snacking.
Yeah, that's true. I do that out of boredom and out of, opportunity
That's right.
and sometimes being stressed. If it's there, I will eat it.
Right, exactly. That's the problem. Yeah.
The other day at work, there's, like a little candy basket, and it's basically, Tootsie Rolls and uh, Starbursts and things like that. So I'm like, well, let me grab a Tootsie Roll or something. And then I go in there and somebody had put in a full size Milky Way.
Oh no,
I
that's dangerous.
was like, did I want a full size Milky Way? No. Did I take that full size Milky Way and eat it? Yes, I did because it was there. It was there. And I was like, oh my gosh, when is this ever going to happen again?
Right?
A full size candy bar, not a fun size, the standard
Yeah,
size. I was like, oh,
I
this is
know.
my lucky day.
I know. And then those
And I'm
fun
thinking,
size are sometimes they like do you in because I'm thinking, oh, these are tiny. So I eat like six of them, and it's probably more than a full size after that. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, one and a half bars or
Mm-hmm.
something. And
Yeah.
then I eat it, and before I know it, I've eaten them all. And I'm like, and it's dissatisfying.
Yeah.
The chocolate that they make lately, I don't know if it's always been that way. Maybe it has, but it seems to me that none of the candy or sweets are satisfying.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you feel it and you for the moment, but it doesn't keep you.
Mm.
Like, "Okay, I'm done." No, it makes you wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if part of it is also addiction to sugar.
Right. They put some kind of crack in there that makes you want to go back and get more, you know.
That's the truth. They put something addictive. Sugar's addictive,
Yeah.
but it's gotta be something else besides the sugar in there that makes you crave it, like you can't just have one,
And
like
then
a
sometimes
potato
you're
chip, you
right,
can't just
like
have one.
you're craving sugar, then you want something salty, so you eat some chips, and then you're like, oh, I want something sweet. So it's just this vicious cycle of going back and forth, back
Yeah,
and
and
forth.
then you get a soda.
Right.
Yeah.
It's never ending. Yeah,
That's another thing, the soda is hard to break.
it
I
is.
have a cyclical relationship with soda.
Yeah, me too. Same story. I'll quit for like 4 months and then I drink one soda and then it's all over. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm drinking soda
exactly.
for like 2 months again. And then I start trying to quit. And yeah, you're right. It's just a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle, and, one thing that's been my saving grace is getting older because whenever I drink carbonated drinks anymore, I feel heartburn,
Oh, do you
and
really?
I feel a little bit of reflux, and it's very uncomfortable, and then I'm burping all the time. I never used to burp, but then I started burping all the time and feeling bloated, and I said, I really like not feeling this way more than I like the soda. When it gets to that point, then it's easy to quit
Right.
when you don't like feeling bad.
Right.
And I'm like, "I'm not feeling good, I'm feeling horrible after this." before it didn't bother me, nothing bothered me. I
Mm,
never
yeah,
get had nothing used to give me stomach aches. I could eat my fill of whatever I wanted and beyond, and I wouldn't get sick. Uh, but now
it's a
it's
different story.
it's a
Yeah,
different matter.
yeah, yeah. It's like you could eat whatever you want. You didn't gain any weight. You didn't, everything was good, and yeah, it just changes a lot as you get older.
Our chemistry has changed a whole
Yeah.
lot, especially now that we're older.
Hmm.
Um, Not just the women, but the men too.
Hmm.
We just don't tolerate the things that we used to. And even though I just had a snack and it was a half a cup of grapes, which were sour and tart. Off camera, I was just
Making all these faces.
making all these ticks and
Yeah.
jerks and everything. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I also had one of those Nutty Buddy bars, like the Little Debbie ones,
Hmm.
because I just like, I gotta get something in me because we were having technical difficulties
Yeah.
and to the point to where it's like, geez, we worked up an appetite. We had to both
Right.
leave and say, "Well, we'll be right back. We'll tape later."
Right. I know. I know. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Um,
but I feel better now.
Good. Yeah. It's like the Snickers commercial where people are like all grumpy and stuff, and then you have a Snickers bar. It's so true. It's very true. And then you
Yeah,
feel so much better afterwards.
yeah, you don't wanna be Betty White out
Yeah,
there.
exactly. I love those commercials. Those are great.
Those are funny. You're not you. I was definitely like, I don't think I'm gonna last, if I don't have
Yeah,
something to
yeah.
eat."
Sometimes you see that little
But
sugar
sometimes
burst or like just an energy boost, and yeah. But then for me, I don't know when to stop. I'll just start with one. That felt good. I'll have like more and more and more. I keep going, going and going.
at work, where I work, they, put up a couple of coffee lounges,
Oh,
um,
nice.
on 2 floors, and then they would have snacks as well. Uh, they would have goldfish
Oh,
snacks,
yeah.
uh, mixed nuts, sort of like where you see in the bulk bins in the grocery store. So we would have that, but, that's addicting as well. That and then the coffees, were really good,
Mm,
um, and it's complimentary. And, I'm thinking, "Wow, this saves a ton of money from going to the snack machine," but then you're limited to those 3 things unless you want something from the snack machine.
wow.
But it's a pretty good substitute, though.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
have, some pretty good stuff. They've got the Asian, mixed nuts with the wasabi peas
Oh,
and
those are
the
good.
sesame sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that, and those are delicious.
Yeah, it's got a
And,
little variety of little flavors like sweet and salty and crunchy. All the good
mhm,
stuff, right?
yeah. Yeah, you got the nuts and the
Hmm.
seeds and all of that, and they're good for you, but if you have too much, it's not.
Right,
Oh,
as with anything, right? It's true.
exactly. Too much of a good thing ends up not being good at all
Right, right.
for you. So, but they're there, and so now we're all over caffeinated and over snacked and
Yeah,
happy.
over sugared. We have too much sugar. Yeah, I don't know
Too
what
much
healthy
sugar.
snacks are out there that I actually like. I can't really think of one at the moment. I don't know, maybe edamame. I kind of like that sometimes, edamame and put some salt. So it's just like
Yeah.
you need a microwave, your hands get messy, things like that. But it's just also the convenience factor, right? Like chips, you just grab them out of a bag and it's so easy and quick.
I'm all about the convenience,
Yes,
and that's the thing, it's gotta be fast.
right,
That's to me a definition of a snack.
right,
It's
right.
faster than fast food.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
which speaking of fast food, I don't know if you go to fast food a lot, but the prices on fast food, do
It's
you mind
crazy.
I'm thinking it's crazy. When I went to, Hardee's, because Kenny, my one of my sons, wanted to go to Hardee's. So we go and we get, the 2 basics, penny. for 2 combos of whatever was
Oh my
$29.
God.
And I'm like, "This is a fine dining establishment, isn't
I
it?"
know, right? That's crazy. That's a lot of
Fi that's
money.
what's that's $15 a person.
Yeah, yeah,
You could go to a sit-down restaurant and have a nice meal for less than
yeah,
that.
yeah. I know. I had to sign up for some apps. Like I like to go to Arby's for their gyro or euro, the Greek euro, and usually they're affordable, but they went
I
up
love
in price. So now I have to use whenever there's a coupon in the app. It's like $5 off of 20, because my son and I, we eat more than one. Like I'll eat one, but my son will eat three of those. So yeah, we end up spending, like almost $20. Yeah, and it's unbelievable the prices. Yeah, no more dollar
prices are
menus. You know,
and you get attitude with that.
you're absolutely right. I mean, we could pay less and just take the attitude, but I'm not going to pay more and get attitude, right? I mean, that's
Exactly.
right.
It's a good thing that they don't ask for tips.
Right. Oh my God, that's coming
That's a
next, probably.
I well, if I go to a counter and they've got the tip machine there, do you tip?
You know, it, it depends on what it is. I usually don't, but sometimes it depends on what it is. If it's like, let's say it's 4.50 something, I'll just say just take the whole $5. So that's a little bit of a tip. But when they spin around that little screen and say 10%, 15%
Yeah.
and all that, and they're looking at you, I'll boldly put like no tip if all you had to do was grab me a bagel and put it in a bag. You're not getting a tip. I mean, that's part of your job. But, tipping culture here in the United States has just gotten out of hand,
It's
really
out
out
of
of hand.
control.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I've been
really,
seeing, some videos of, which is the door cam videos. Have you ever seen those?
yeah.
Where
Oh, the delivery
where,
person. Yeah.
the delivery person has an attitude, "Well, you didn't leave me a tip, and so, I crapped in your sandwich," or whatever, and it's like, and the person's like, "I wanted to give
In
you
cash.
cash."
Yeah. I think I saw that video too. That is
Yeah,
so
and it
bad.
was like and I'm like, "Okay, this isn't the place for you if you're after tips." If this is how you gotta make your money,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking, sometimes we just have to make the time to do some cooking, our own cooking.
Yeah. I don't cook very well at all. So yeah,
I don't either, but I cook more than I used to.
yeah.
I mean, I used to cook, really, really basic stuff, for the boys 'cause, I have 3 boys, they're all grown now, but, you know, cooking was hard because I worked a full-time job,
Right. It's very
and my
hard.
mother helped a whole lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
think
it's very hard.
after the pandemic, like during the pandemic, I learned how to make cookies, pizza, fried rice, so
Yeah.
that's like the limit of my expertise, and I can barbecue decent. That's about it, but that's pretty much what we eat.
Well, barbecue, that's the nice thing because it's pretty fast, and, grilling is healthier than
Depends on what
frying.
you're grilling too. Like if it's burgers, then yeah, it's not that healthy, but
Well, unless if you use the lean cuts
yeah,
of, ground beef
true,
or whatever.
true.
Yeah, but it could be quick. What the hardest thing about cooking when you're short on time is if the meat is not ready. Basically, if your protein is not ready to cook by the time you get home, then you're in a bind.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like so you have to plan ahead.
Right, right. Have
Uh,
you tried defrosting your meat in the microwave? It kind of
no,
works.
I what we do is, for quick, we, fill up the sink halfway with cold water,
Yeah, that's a
and
good.
then we put the meat in there face down, and then
Yeah,
we'll put a plate on top to keep it submerged.
right, right.
We'll do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, I try to remember to pull it out of the freezer and put it on a plate, and stick it in the fridge, and sometimes it takes a day and a half
Oh gosh.
that way, but at
Well,
least most of the time. But there's, bags of chicken that you can cook from frozen too,
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
which is
Yeah,
nice.
we have those.
Yeah, that makes it really convenient.
So, what
Yeah.
would you say is your favorite all-time snack? Like, if you could only pick one, what would it be?
For a quick snack that to me, checks all the boxes is cake.
Oh,
If
okay.
it's a cake consistency, and I don't mean angel food cake or sponge cake, I'm talking about a nice dense yellow cake with chocolate frosting. That
Yeah.
to me checks all the boxes of satisfaction right there for
So,
me.
not a
But it
chocolate
has to
cake
be
with chocolate icing. It's a yellow cake with chocolate icing.
yellow cake, yellow cake with chocolate icing. Yeah. From a bakery or homemade, but, not the kinda stuff that you get from Little Debbie or anything. Those aren't
Oh,
satisfying.
yeah, those don't see. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So, something like that that's my favorite snack, and, of course, that's not something that I can have often
I
for
know.
for obvious reasons, but if I could, I would.
That would be the one, right? The
The
ultimate.
the
Yeah.
next thing would be, anything with a pudding-like consistency.
Oh,
Like a pudding or an egg custard type of, like flan
yeah.
or even just pudding, like vanilla pudding or chocolate pudding. But the substitute that I have for that would be yogurt,
Oh, yeah.
a Greek yogurt. So that if I have to go healthy, I go with a Greek yogurt
That's right.
as a favorite. Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good substitute. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely. For me, when I was a kid, I would always eat cheese doodles from Wise. And when I moved to the West, I said, I'm looking for cheese doodles, and people didn't know what that was. And they were like, what's that?
Yeah.
Here they call them Cheetos, but in New York, there were Wise cheese
Uh-huh. I
doodles.
remember.
Yeah, it was like a yellow bag with some sprinkly, or an orange bag with some sprinkly colors on it. But I finally found them here at the dollar store.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah,
I
and the
think it's a
packaging
regional
changed.
brand.
Yeah, yeah. And I have it in my background. But it's like a little, I'm blocking it. But
Yeah. Wise, it has the little owl as the
yes, the owl
mascot,
eyes.
right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that's like the
Mhm.
perfect flavor. And I bought it, and I had to order it. And so people here that have tried it, they're like, these are really good. They're better than the Cheetos one because it has a stronger flavor, but it's just so hard to find here.
Uh, yeah, they're popular in New York,
Yeah, yeah. In New York, they
in
used
the
to have them.
Northeast.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I really miss
Mhm.
that. So I have that and Linden's
Oh,
cookies. It's a certain brand. They have the chocolate chip and they have butter crunch. Those are so good. So I have to order those too. Yeah.
oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that.
Yes.
Mm. You like crunchy stuff. I
I
like
think I
soft
do. Yeah.
pudding stuff, but I like crunchy stuff too. Um, I like, um, I like potato chips. What's what's my favorite kind of potato chip? I like the Ruffles.
Oh, okay. Those are good.
Yeah, I like the
I don't
Ruffles
eat any
potato
other
chips.
potato chip except for the cheese doodles, or Cheetos, and sometimes Doritos, but I really don't eat any other chips at all. Those are the only ones. It's either
Mm,
that or nothing.
yeah.
So,
Most of the time it's nothing because I do my best. If it's not in the house, I don't eat it. So, I just have to keep it out of the house. But once in a while, sometimes if I really get into the mood to eat and whatever I need isn't there, then I have to go on the hunt. But
right.
that is, thank goodness, not often enough for me to get up and make a special trip to buy what I want.
Right. Like get up, get dressed, and actually
Get
go
up, get
get in the
dressed. I'm like,
car and all that.
it's happened,
Yeah, it has
but
happened though.
it's I have to be like, "Get out of my way.
I know, I know.
Don't stand between me and the food."
Exactly. Exactly. But I know as
Yeah.
we get older, we have to really be careful of what we eat because the effects are just so like twofold, threefold, whatever it is,
Oh,
amazing
yeah, it
how
is.
much different it is from now, to when we were kids. It's just ridiculously different.
Mhm. Our metabolism is not the
It's
same.
in reverse or something.
Yeah, it's slowed down.
Yeah.
As we're slowing down, the metabolism is slowing down.
Hmm.
So we need to, just be careful. But at the same time, I don't think it's fair to deprive of
Right.
yourself.
Right.
Because when you deprive yourself, which I often do,
Hmm.
I'll talk myself out of getting stuff to try to make, as they say, better decisions. After a while, you just feel like you're deprived.
Hmm.
Those better decisions sometimes just are not, they don't fill the need.
Right, right. You have to go right to what you want. Because I do remember when I was pregnant, I had cravings. I would try all different other things. So I learned I had to just go for that craving. Otherwise, I'd eat all this other stuff that just wasn't satisfying. Just go straight to the
Mhm.
source and, be done with it. Yeah.
And at the end, if you give in once in a while when those cravings come, and they don't come often, but once in a while, it's better than try to fill the need with other alternative things,
Right.
that are healthier because you end up eating more
Right. Exactly.
anyway.
That was my issue too. It was like such a waste. You end up eating all this other
You're
stuff.
s Yeah, so you end up overeating as opposed to going straight to the source.
Right.
So, it's like having ice cream. If you want ice cream, okay, how many calories is an ice cream? 400 calories maybe, for a scoop, but in the meantime, you're trying to satisfy it with the low-fat, low-calorie yogurt, um, with a carrot, with an apple, and so right there, that's probably already 300 calories, and at the end of the day, you're still hungry, you're still trying to seek and
Yeah.
fill that need, and meantime, you've reached 1,000 calories where you could have just satisfied it with the 400 calorie
Right.
and been happy.
I know. I don't know why they make low fat
Move
ice
on with your
cream.
life.
Does anybody buy low fat? I guess people do, but I would never touch it. I don't even think I want to know. I mean, what's ice cream without the all the fat and everything that goes into it? I just can't imagine.
Well, studies from back in the '80s, '70s, and '80s, everything it's like everything with high fat will give you heart issues and all these health problems, and so there was a low fat, um, movement for a very long time, and I think at the end of the day, maybe somewhere along the line, they put in, it didn't taste very good, but somewhere as they went, they put whatever chemicals it was to make it taste better.
Yeah.
And I think somehow it has damaged us a whole lot.
Well,
I
it takes what like
think it's made us crazy.
yeah, right. I know it takes a few weeks for us to adapt to a new taste. So maybe if we
Right.
want to enjoy it, we probably have to give it a chance, and like just eat it for a few weeks. But I don't know. I just don't know that it would ever be that satisfying. Yeah.
Everything seems to be coming full circle as far as nutrition. Uh, the old adage, it's like, okay, you have a protein, a starch, and a vegetable, and that is your meal. That's your square meal.
Right.
You'd have a little bit of dairy, and then you'd have a little sweet, to finish it off, and then you're done. It's balanced.
Right.
And all the quick fixes, um, we're figuring it out that those of us who have tried all the quick fixes realize that they don't work.
Right.
They don't
Right.
work.
Take it
They
from
work for the short
experience.
term. Yeah, they work for the short term, but long term, you're right back to square one,
Right.
and sometimes, negative one, uh,
Yeah.
pretty far back. Um, you end up gaining more weight later on.
Right.
It's, but what is there, you have to lose the weight, you have to pretty much go on a starvation diet
Yes. Yeah. That's true.
anymore.
And
And if you
that's
go back to eating anything regular, at all, then you gain it right back. I mean, it's difficult to sustain. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's not sustainable, but it is a challenge, and it's a mindset
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you
Plus,
have to change.
plus keeping in mind, as you know, when we were younger, we were way more active too, either in sports or just running after your kids. You know, you just were way more active. So that
Oh,
ties
yeah.
in too, you know. So now we don't really have to run around as much as we used to, you know. It's just a
No,
different lifestyle.
it is very different lifestyle. We're driving
Yeah,
everywhere, and,
that's right.
here where I live, it's hot most of the year, and during the summer times, it is oppressively hot and very difficult to go on foot anywhere
And humid too, right? It's very
and be
humid
outside.
there.
Very humid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
High humidity.
Yeah, it's
So it makes it difficult to walk around.
definitely. Yeah, for me, it's
Mhm.
pretty dry and I can walk to some stores, but I'm like that little old Asian lady with an umbrella, you know, because I had, yeah, you know, but it doesn't block out all the sun. Plus, an umbrella is just so much more shady, you know, it keeps me cooler. So I really don't care if people look at me funny, but I will hold my umbrella in the sun for that shade and walk to the store.
I used to care about wearing a hat. Do you remember back when we were kids, there were ladies, whenever it was raining, they'd wear the plastic hoods,
Yes. You
over
could
their
have it in
head,
your wallet,
and
like in your purse. Yeah.
my mom kept buying them for me, and I hated them because to me, only old women wore them.
Right.
And then I'm like, "That's embarrassing. People are gonna think I'm an old lady." It's like I'm 13 years old. I don't wanna wear that. "No, you're gonna get your hair wet, you're gonna get sick." I don't care. I'd rather get sick than to look like that. And so I've reached that age. I'm thinking, "Okay, I'll wear a hat," you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, I'll wear a hat. I'll wear the fisherman's hat.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Like a
an
bucket
all
hat.
around.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
A bucket hat because, I don't tolerate the sun very much like I used to either. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, all the things that we eat, we used to eat. Chocolate's a big one.
Yeah. I like dark chocolate.
I used um, I'm not that crazy about dark chocolate, but then again, dark chocolate doesn't agree with me either.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah.
happens?
Choc
Well, maybe I shouldn't ask what happens if you eat dark chocolate. Oh my
dark
God.
chocolate happens.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, so Maggie does not do dark
Oh.
chocolate or really chocolate, even though I had that chocolate bar the other day, but then, uh, I'm thinking I should not have had that. I should not have had that, but it was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was there,
The
and,
opportunity presented itself.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't looking for it. I was looking for just a Tootsie Roll, a little one, and there was that. It was glorious. Just,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
I know.
So,
I know.
yeah, so another favorite snack I love is cheesecake.
Oh,
That I
yeah.
love.
I love cheesecake so much that I had to learn how to make it. That's one of the things I learned how to make. And now when I go to parties, I also make cheesecake cupcakes. And so
You
I've
do?
gone to parties and they're like, oh, give me the recipe, you know. And so I'll give the recipe to people. It's a New York style cheesecake, of course, because I'm from New York and
That's the
have
best
the best
kind.
cheesecake, of course, right?
They do. That is just one round
Piece
cake of
of
love
glorious,
right there.
delicious, yeah. Everything. Everything about it is just
There's
perfect.
everything is about cheesecake is good. The
Yeah.
Golden Girls lived on cheesecake.
Oh,
They went through
yeah.
their most difficult times with cheesecake.
That's right. That's right.
They always had a cheesecake. Yeah. Oof. But yeah, again, I have gone to the store and broke down and left my house just to get cheesecake. You know, they sell them in little slices too, where you
Right.
have like 2
In
slices
a plastic
and
box. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, in a little plastic container, and, I've been known to eat the whole thing
Hmm.
on the way home from the store.
Oh my goodness. Do you guys have Cheesecake Factory out there? Probably not.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do, but we've never eaten there
Oh, okay, okay. I would just go
because
and get
the
the
line is
cheesecake.
so long there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. You're right.
the
Yeah.
line is so long, and I was just like every time I went, I was hungry, and I'm thinking, "I can't wait this long.
Yeah,
I have to go.
I know.
I have to go somewhere faster." But yeah, fast food, it's gotten to the point where I just Wendy's, they've gone up.
Hmm.
There was a thing last week on the news about Wendy's.
What was it about?
Did you hear about that?
No.
Uh, with Wendy's, this is what my husband told me, that they spike the prices during the lunch rush.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if that's true or not. I did not read the article, but, yeah, they kinda spike it during the lunch rush, and I'm thinking, "That is horrible.
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
That is not cool. That is not cool."
We'll have to
And
see. We'll have to see if that's actually true. You'll have to go to Wendy's like, just before lunch and then maybe in the afternoon. Yeah.
oh,
See if
no,
there's
I
a
can't
difference in price.
well, maybe I'll have to see, but I don't know if it's in the franchises or if it's system-wide.
Hmm.
So, we'll have
Yeah.
but, I don't want people to think that I'm spreading bad rumors about Wendy's. This is only what I heard. This is speculation. I did not read the article. That's my
I mean,
disclaimer,
it's a
you know.
business. It's at the end of the day, it's still a business, right? They're not
It's
here to
still a
feed you.
business,
It's a business.
but they're popular
Yeah.
anyway, so I don't know the need to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's like 50 cents or 5 cents or 10 cents. Who knows, right? If they're
Yeah, I
actually
don't
doing
even
it.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah. So, but, yeah, I'll have to look
investigate.
up that article.
We'll do
And
CSI.
well, I'll find that article and we'll link it to the description,
Yeah.
below,
Yeah.
so as a reference, and I may be totally wrong about what I said,
Mhm.
and, I am sorry. I apologize in advance if I misrepresented Wendy's because I like Wendy's.
Yeah.
We eat there a lot.
Yeah.
Because, you know, their stuff is good, and, my dad's been eating plain food lately because he's in his 90s now,
Wow.
and so, I get him a plain baked potato there all the
Mm,
time.
yeah. That's one thing I
He'll
like
have
there.
that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's and, you know, we like the Frosties and all of
Yeah.
that,
Those are
so
good, actually. Yeah.
mhm, and
The
their food is
fries.
pretty good
Yeah.
there.
Their fries are good. They have
Oh,
pretty good
yeah.
food. Yeah.
Mhm. So, you know, I'm not trying to disparage Wendy's because I do like Wendy's personally, but when my husband told me that, I'm thinking, "Oh, geez." I mean, I did see something, you know, fleeting, but I never read the article, so I'll have to find it,
Yeah.
and we'll post it in the description
Yeah. Like I said, we'll have to
that
do
people know what I'm saying.
CSI and investigate on that.
We'll investigate that and see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be
So,
surprised
do you
if
have a
other places do that too. We just didn't catch on.
well, when you think about it, when you go to some restaurants, they have a lunch menu and then they have the
Correct.
dinner
Yeah,
menu,
that's true.
and the dinner menu is usually
Higher,
the same dishes, but higher.
right? Or
So it's
a little bit more in there too. Like the lunch is maybe the food and then like a little salad, but a smaller portion also, you know.
right,
Yeah,
right.
a salad and a drink.
So
Yeah.
mhm. So, yeah, it sometimes it's just depends on the time of day. I mean, that's not an unusual practice
Hmm. Hmm.
at all, you
Yeah.
know, so but, you know, I guess when you budget lunch real that carefully and you realize that there's a spike, you're thinking, "Holy cow, this is 50 cents more than I had allotted for the day. That means by Friday, I won't be able to afford lunch.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, because they have decent deals. I remember they had the 4 for 4, which is 4 items, a sandwich, fries, chicken nuggets, and a drink for $4.
That's not bad at all.
But now yeah, but then now it's not $4 anymore, it's more like 5 or $6. So they've gone up, which is everything's gone up since the pandemic, and the quality's not the way it used to be either.
Right. That's how I feel too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
quality has gone down as well, so it's like it's like they stopped caring, and I think that's industry-wide.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's sad. These kids will never know the really good fast food that we knew back in the day. Yeah.
Mhm, and, customer service as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Yeah. I think the training has gone down. Yeah. What can you do, right?
That's one thing that I have noticed of late. Well, I've noticed this actually years ago, that nobody trains anymore. They
Yeah.
just throw you out there.
Yeah,
They'll have
kind
you
of.
shadow somebody for a day or 2, and then that's it, you're on your own.
Yeah.
It's like they don't have time to sit you down, maybe do some video training or have a
Right.
manager do an onboarding orientation about how you're supposed to address customers, how you're supposed to bag the food, and
Yeah,
all of
definitely.
those things that are norms. I don't think they train anymore
Probably
for
not.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but today's customers, that's another breed of
I
human.
was gonna say, yeah, the customers are really unhinged these days. Yeah.
They are I watch all those Karen videos,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm thinking, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
I was like, "I have to cut this off because I almost feel like I'm being attacked." It's like, because I tend to put myself in the recipient's point of
Shoes. Yeah.
view, and
Right.
I don't know what I would do
Well, the New York will
when
come out of you. Don't
confronted.
worry about that. Trust
It'll
me.
come out, but, sometimes it comes out after the fact,
Yeah,
uh,
true.
because, I'm afraid I might hurt the person. Because
Great. That's right. That's right. Good thing too. Oh my God.
be lucky.
I know. I know. But yeah, some customers just really don't deserve good customer service. They really don't. Just
I mean, you gotta be courteous, and let me tell you, I've gone to some places where, um, the people that are serving, they have, like, a sour disposition, or they're kinda just not smiling or whatever, and I always say, "Hi." As soon as I say, "Hi, how are you?" Then they're like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, nice person." And sometimes they just need that
yeah, true. You're
because
right.
that's a stressful job.
It is. Yeah, I've done it, and it just really is a stressful job because it's not just one customer like in a restaurant, it's like many. And at a fast food place, you're just doing the same thing over and over and over, so
Mhm.
it just wears on you. So I understand that
It just
too.
wears on you, and everything is timed there from what I understand. I've
Right.
never worked in fast food, but my sons have, and they said everything is timed. So you gotta keep it rolling,
Gotta
moving,
hustle.
because that's part of their metric of success, or how well they do, whoever they report to, the manager, corporate,
Yeah.
whoever.
Right.
So, yeah, that's incredibly stressful,
Yeah.
and you gotta maintain a smile, and after a while, it just gets hard.
It's like they don't pay me enough to do this, and I get that. That's the other
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and, even though they say $15 an hour, I still think that's a little well, I'm not gonna go there, I'm not gonna go there. Cut that part out. Cut that part out, Kenny, okay?
All right. Yeah. Should we, is this pretty good? I think we can pretty much, and you have to just say your ending now, like, thank you for listening or thank you for watching. And then, because it's been a little while, I think. I don't know how
Yeah, I think
long.
we've gone on for a good while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could just
so, well,
keep it
uh,
short.
I'm not prepared. Thank you for joining us, and let us know what your favorite snacks are and what you enjoy eating, and, any healthy habits as well that you have adopted, so that way you cut back on all the excessive snacking. But you can follow us on YouTube. Please leave a like and subscribe. And we also have a podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and everywhere where the podcasts are broadcast. So we will say goodbye. We'll
Bye.
see you next time. Bye.
Bye.